Welcome. My name is Niki Saccareccia, and I want to talk you through some variations of maybe the most popular of yoga poses, which is called downward facing dog pose or Adho Mukha Svanasana. So, downward facing dog pose, well, again, it's probably the most popular and most well known yoga pose, is not for beginners. So, if you've ever been in down dog, or have tried to get into down dog and you feel like a fish out of water, like it's very challenging, that's right. It is not a beginner's pose. So hopefully by the end of this video, I will be able to give you some tools and resources for you to play with so that it does feel more accessible to you. So right out of the gate, downward facing dog pose is an intermediate level arm balancing inversion, which means you're going to be weight bearing on your arms and you're going to be upside down, but it's not handstand pose. So, first variation, I want to show you it doesn't put so much of your body weight on your arms, which is good because often when we're newer to yoga, we're building up wrist mobility and strength to be able to do postures that require a lot of weight bearing through the arms and wrist. Plus, there could be imbalances or a limited mobility in the shoulders that can make a posture like this much more challenging. So in this variation, first you're going to stand with me, and you could just do this right along with me. You're going to stand or sit if that's available to you, and have your arms out in front of you like you're holding a big door closed. And as you look at your arms, you want to be able to visually see that they're about as wide as your shoulders are, not your armpits and not out beyond your shoulders. Sometimes I see students going way out here, which actually gives a false sense of support. So you want your hands, you can see, about as wide as your shoulders are, right? If my hands go wider than that, now you can see my shoulders, which means my hands are too wide. And if my hands are too close, again, you can see my shoulders right here in the camera. That's not great either. So hands as wide as shoulders. So just so that you get a sense of where you are, because once you're upside down, the world kind of looks a little different. Okay, so hands as wide as shoulders. And then notice my hands are basically pointing up. They're not out here. They're definitely not out here. So hands are basically pointing up. Okay, now in that stance, I'm going to move this thing as my couch, but you might use like the mantle of your fireplace or the back of a chair. And you're going to bring your hands about shoulder distance apart again. And then you're going to walk back to create basically a right angle with your body. Now, I'm going to lean my chest forward and bend my knees to get more leverage. And for now, you're just practicing having your arms extended. Okay, you can press down into your palms. There is no reason for you to try and push your head between your upper arms. That can create tension across your neck and shoulders. Take another moment here. You can bend your knees more if you're finding that your back is quite tight or your hamstrings are tight. And then walk forward. Okay, let that go. The next variation, when you feel ready to put a little more weight on your arms, as that variation feels better, you're going to bring blocks to the front of your mat as wide as your shoulders are. They're positioned portrait style, so they look like the number 11. Your hands are going to go on top. They're not going to grab the blocks. So your palms are spread out right in the middle of the blocks. And from a table position, hands and knees, you're going to have your knees and your feet as wide as your hips are. From there, you're going to extend your spine rather than looking underneath you. And as you exhale, lift your knees to float. Now, roll your shoulders back and then press your butt up, 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 up until your arms get straighter and pause. So you're just practicing getting comfortable putting weight on your arms and arranging your body in basically the right shape. We can refine it after. And then come down. Okay. Third variation. The blocks act like a heel rest. Okay, like you're in high-heeled shoes. So hands will go shoulder distance apart. Hands are pointing forward, again, not turned out sideways. And your feet are just in front of the blocks. We'll come up just like we did a moment ago. Your spine is strong, not rounded. As you exhale, lift your knees and then lift your butt up, not back. Go up, 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 up. And then see if you could touch your feet to the blocks. Now, you could put a deep bend to your knees, and that's actually going to help you shift your weight off your hands and put a little more load or effort through your legs. After a few rounds of breath, come down and rest. Remember to breathe calmly while you're upside down. It can be very exciting or sort of disorienting to be upside down initially, and then it becomes very comfortable. With time and practice, your wrists will become stronger, your arms will feel more sturdy, and you'll be able to shift your weight more to your legs. So if you feel like you're starting to do this in the pose, just come down, reset, give your mind and your breath a break, reset, and then practice again. Okay? Elbows stay straight and pull in. Elbows stay straight and pull in. They don't do this. If they do this, just come down, reset, and then start over. Okay, have fun. I will see you on the mat. Take good care.